2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. And it's Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, a 7-footer with inside-outside offensive skills in the middle at center. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. Then there's Green, and it's Bass in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, Calderon is out there with Ellis, and it's Samuel Dalembert manning the middle at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the power forward.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season, it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
I like that, getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, Clark, I think the more points they can get inside today, the better off they'll be.
Here's Bass. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. Here's Calderon. Dishes it to Ellis. On the wing. That's good.
He should thank the defense for those 2 points, really. Nobody paid him any mind there.
Now here's Rondo. 4-point game.
You know, Dirk is one of those guys, to me, who looks like he might be able to play until he's 50. That could be an exaggeration, but you think about how his game is foundation. It's all about skill, positioning, shot making, and he's not going to shrink anytime soon. So if a 7-footer can be strong enough to be on the court with his skill set, he can play for a lot longer.
Nice shot by Dalembert. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tipped away. Nowitzki with the steal. The dish to Marion. Back to Ellis. It's rebounded by Bass.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Well, you talk about longevity. Shooting and height are the 2 NBA assets that you don't lose with age.
Well, those are 2 of Dirk's big strong suits. You know, the knee troubles have cropped up, but if he can stay healthy, he should be able to help this team for several more years, I would think.
Here's Nowitzki after Rajon Rondo's bucket, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Here's Ellis. And the shot falls short this time. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Rondo passes to Olynyk. There's the bucket. Good. Olynyk's got his first points of the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk just for a bit. I asked him which player he was most worried about, and his answer was immediate: Rajon Rondo. He said Rondo's ability to take control of games with his defense and his playmaking make it tough to mitigate what he can do on the floor. We'll see if he has something up his sleeve, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Bradley kicks to Rondo. Olynyk. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Now here's Calderon. Lays it up and banks it in.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
He dishes it to Bass. Gets it to go. Mavericks leading by 3.
You know, it's always strange to see how a team will react when they lose one of their biggest stars. Last season, the Celtics were thought to be dead in the water when Rondo tore his ACL, but they actually rallied and went on a winning streak after the injury. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Bradley kicks to Green. Rondo. He tries for three. Green dishes to Bradley. Back to Green. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Humphries comes in for Brandon Bass. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's Lee in for Avery Bradley. Well, Clark, as you said, with Rondo and the Celtics, they would go on to win the next 7 right after his injury. And overall, Steve played better than expected the rest of the way.
Sometimes that's the way these things go, Kevin. A star player goes down, everybody else kind of steps up, and instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they use it as a rallying cry. And all those role players for Boston really picked up the extra slack. And I thought they made a great push to end that season after the Rondo injury.
Hits the bucket.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Ellis, the pass to Harris. Out to Carter. Wide open look. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Now Humphries inside. And stolen by Wright. 3-on-3. And Vince Carter with the slam. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Mavericks?
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Celtics trail by 3.
You know, Jared Sullinger was one of the top prospects in the 2012 draft, but concerns about his back dropped him to the 21st pick by Boston. And, you know, those concerns were well-founded. He ended up going under the knife in February after a back issue in Boston. He did play well, though, prior to that injury.
Good on the second free throw. Well, back to Sullinger. He'd been playing pretty much all season in pain, showing a lot of grit and toughness, I thought, Clark, as the season wore on.
Yeah, Kevin, and the good news as his back recovers is that his game was never really based on his leaping ability. His game is low to the ground, based on savvy and skill. He's strong, powerful, and again, very skilled. So the recovery prognosis is good. And I think he's looking forward to a long and productive career. He's a really good basketball player.
Here's Rondo, following the score by Vince Carter. Outside Rondo. Now Humphries inside. Goes up. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside, into that lane area has been huge for them.
Here's Wright. Feeds it to Ellis. Back to Wright. Ellis outside. He passes to Carter. A three-pointer off the mark. Now Wallace. He feeds it to Rondo, and taken away by Ellis. Here's Harris, and that's not going to go. In a high-scoring first quarter, both teams really filling it up. Mavericks lead by 2. So up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we've got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, though the Dallas Mavericks weren't able to lure Dwight Howard, they did sign a good starting point guard in Jose Calderon. A great floor general, good passer, solid shooter. He's a player they've been intrigued with for years. We'll see if he can help them get back in the playoff picture. Kevin?
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. Rondo kicks to Humphries. Back to Rondo. Clock at 6. Here's Wallace. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Mavericks trailing. Ellis dishes to Carter. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's Devin Harris on the assist by Carter. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
Certainly was not the year the Mavs expected or had in mind last season. After retooling and expecting a playoff appearance, they ended up out of the playoffs and looking for answers.
And back to the Mavs, 24-17 at home, which is a solid record, but you have to be better than solid, I think, Steve, to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. And you think about the Mavs' shortcomings last year. I mean, Dirk being hurt early, so they didn't mesh well. And then when he did come back, there probably was too much ground to make up. So hopefully Dallas can have a full season of health for Dirk and the rest of the roster.
Gets it to go. Celtics trail by 3. Bradley kicks to Green. This one for 3, and the shot is good. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Carter outside. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. And that's now 6 points for Vince Carter. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
Jose Calderon out of Spain is a terrific playmaker and shooter. He's not a guy who's going to put up big numbers, but you give him the keys to your offense, and he's going to make a lot of good things happen for you.
Here's Sullinger. Soft touch off the glass. Sullinger's got 5. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Calderon passes to Nowitzki. No good. Boston's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
And going back to Calderon, as good as he is offensively, Steve, you have to manage his matchups defensively.
Yeah, especially in today's NBA, quickness can be so deadly, and I think it's true. Calderon sometimes is at the mercy of those faster point guards in the league, but he can really play. He does an awful lot of good things out on the floor.
Lee kicks to Sullinger. He's working on Nowitzki. Sullinger with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up. Bass lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Bass has got his second basket. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. In the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. Olynyk is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Carter outside. Back to Calderon. Marion outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Boston's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from 3-point land in the ball game. Back to Bradley. Good work defensively by Carter. Dallas shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And Sean Marion with the slam.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Lee dishes to Olynyk. Kicks it to Bass. Nowitzki with the steal. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Back to Marion. The pass to Calderon. No good from 18.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And Dallenberg kicks to Carter. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Celtics making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Marion passes to Nowitzki. Knocked loose. Tries to save it. Off his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Brandon Wright's checked in for Dallenberg. Calderon for 3. Rebound Boston. 1:09 left in the first half. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, the huge trade that really overshadowed this year's draft, the blockbuster deal between the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics sending out the veteran trio of Jason Terry, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, and in return receiving 3 future first-round picks, the right to swap picks in 2017. For the Celtics, a tough but realistic decision to begin the rebuild process. For the Nets, an all-in attempt to win a title. Guys, it sent shockwaves throughout the league, and we'll just have to wait to see how it all shakes out.
They've got probably the best team in franchise history. We'll see where they go next. Dallas making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. It's Marion with the drive. Calderon dishes to Hayes. Back to Calderon. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. The feed now to Crowder. From outside the arc. The Mavericks rebound. Boston trailing. On the wing, Wallace. He kicks it to Olynyk. Outside, Green. Bradley on deep. Boston again missing. Pass to Wright. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can see the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
I like it, Kev. Just switch it up.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
What a great way to end the week. A little NBA back.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Rondo playing well. He has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants. Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous 3-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. Celtics trailed by 3.
Not many teams, guys, in the East did very well against the West last season. And that in mind, you could call Boston's 14-16 record against the conference better than most.
The defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back, straight to the rack.
And for the Celtics against the West, even in the shortened season, they were having a lot of trouble with some of the bigger lineups, Steve. More of the up-tempo teams out west.
Well, the Celtics were old and a little bit small, too. Kevin Garnett played center last year, so they played a lot of small lineups. And when you're small and you're old, sometimes, you know, that's going to cost you, particularly on the road.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. It's stolen by Bradley. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. Bradley kicks to Green. It's stolen by Calderon. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 4 assists in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Back to Marion. Passes it to Calderon. Dishes it to Ellis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision-making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
The dish to Calderon. Nowitzki, guarded by Green. Nowitzki, the pass to Calderon. Feeds to Ellis. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Ellis has got 6 points.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Expanding his range. Another miss by Rondo. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Calderon, and he banks in the lane. He's got 11.
Well, they're winning the speed game, guys, getting out in transition.
Boy, I like the energy they play with offensively, and in the open court, tremendous flow.
And Olynyk kicks to Bradley. Rejected by Marion. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Jared Sullinger's checked in for the Celtics. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And that one's good.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
He dishes it to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. And easy 2 points on the layup. Ellis has got 8.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And it's Lee penetrating. Outside for Rondo. Lee feeds it to Humphries. Lee. Elbow shot. Dallenberg grabs the board. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. Mavericks leading by 5.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish at the bottom for a few years, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it, the last 2 years they had unlimited capital and able to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
Well, last season was Dirk Nowitzki's 15th in the NBA and maybe his toughest. He underwent a knee scope right before the start of the season, missed about 2 months of action, and the Mavericks ended up missing the playoffs.
And speaking of Nowitzki, he expressed some concern about the direction of the Mavericks himself last year.
Yeah, after that championship season, they let go of some of their good players, especially Tyson Chandler. But they were trying to free up cap space and lure a top free agent. They were left holding the bag, basically. But Nowitzki wants to retire a Mav, and hopefully they can provide a contender for him.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Jay Crowder's checked in for Dallas. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. That drops.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got into good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Humphries dishes to Sullinger. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
We saw the promise last season, Jared Sullinger, a wide body with a really high basketball IQ. Just very skilled as a passer and a low-post scorer.
That free throw, no good. And for Jared Sullinger, he may have slipped in the draft, but a great situation for a lot of people feel for him in Boston.
Could not agree more. I tell you, playing alongside Kevin Garnett, played for Doc Rivers in his first year. I mean, you're going to learn a lot from those two about how to play in the NBA. I think he's ahead of his years as far as his basketball acumen. He's what we call an old head. He really has a nice understanding of the game. Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
Bradley kicks to Rondo. Shoots the three. Boston, no good that time either. And here's Carter. He's got 6. Ellis, the pass to Harris. Lets it go from 14. Ellis can't get that one to fall either. Here's Rondo. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Mavericks leading by 7. Harris outside. He passes to Ellis. Back to Harris. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Harris outside. But they'll get another chance. Carter dishes to Harris. Dallas moving it around. Ellis kicks to Crowder. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Celtics trail by 7. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
They had just 1 turnover in the first half, and he's already surpassed that total here in the second.
And the Celtics making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. Back to Harris. Harris, right side. From deep, Dallas. Dallas again missing. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Wallace. Nailed from three-point land. Wallace has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. Ellis kicks to Harris. Back to Ellis. Pass to Nowitzki. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
You know, he's not really known for his ability to bang down low on the block, Kevin, but Dirk Nowitzki is, I think, underrated when it comes to his footwork on the post. He gets deep position down there. He knows exactly how to get his shot off against virtually any type of defender.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a perfect look to score. I mean, he can do it over tough defense. His size gives him an advantage, and he's got such an unorthodox array of shots and ways to score over defenders that guys challenging him with their hands in his face usually don't bother him at all.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. Ellis outside. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Ellis. There's the pass to Nowitzki. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's 13 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Ellis, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking it to the rest with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Puts up a 3. Cannot hit. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And there's the feed to Ellis. And the layup's good off the glass. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Humphries the pass to Rondo. Wallace to end the run. And that one swishes right in. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
Boston making a switch here. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Ellis with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Marion outside. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Boston. And a change for the Celtics. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. Nowitzki outside. He kicks it to Ellis. Another shot. Nowitzki, no good. Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Olynyk. Dishes it to Rondo. Feeds to Green. Kicks it to Humphries. Pass to Rondo. Fires for 3. Gets it to go. Rondo's got 14 points here in the second half.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Nothing fancy about that play. Just good, hard-nosed basketball to haul in the board.
There's the dish to Humphries. Jeff Green on the wing. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question. No matter what they've thrown at them, they've not been able to take that shot away.
Right dishes to Ellis. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
And Olynyk kicks to Ellis. He dishes it to Humphries to take the lead. And again, Boston with the triple.
Oh, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, Parker. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Samuel Gallenberg, who's checked in for Brandon Wright. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Ellis. Three-pointer. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. 15 points for Monte Ellis.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He jumped center stage now.
Wallace kicks to Rondo. Tries a three, and that one's good. Rondo's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And Marion gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Keith Bogans, who's checked in for Boston. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big moment in this game.
Rondo kicks to Bogans. Back to Rondo. For 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Olynyk with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Yes!
You know, who says the big guy doesn't like to attack the basket? I mean, could have fooled me on that one.
Yeah, nice change of pace for him to power one home.
Yeah, it's not usually his role, but he takes advantage of the situation there.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Some changes for Boston. Brandon Bass is checked in for Humphries. And Jared Sullinger subbed in for Keith Bogans. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now in the second. So he comes up empty, missing both. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Shot's good.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can handle the second. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
Looked like he tightened up big time on his way to the line. He could have and really should have closed it out.
Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. Oh, free throw's good from Ellis.
He just has such a great rhythm at the line, whether it's with a big lead the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance like it is now.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And he get the second one, and that will put them up by 2. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Out to Marion. He feeds it to Nowitzki. Oh, off target.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And so Nowitzki has both of them.
Incredible composure at the line to tie it up and give them a chance to get it to overtime.
Here's Rondo. Ooh, off wide. Sullinger. Oh, so close, but he drew the foul, and he'll get 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, nice body control there. Narrowly missing the shot. Could have been a 3-point play.
But if we look at it after the foul, nice play.
So he comes up empty at the line. Regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Rondo kicks to Green. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Fast break. He's got it. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jordan Crawford's checked in for Marshawn Brooks. It's Marion with the drive. No good from 11 feet. Boston shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Jordan Crawford.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Pass to Green. Outside Rondo. From deep. Gets it to go. Rondo's got 32 points in the game.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Green with the block. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Celtics making a switch here. Lee's checked in. We're just over a minute into overtime here. And the pass to Banks. Lee outside. Now the feed to Rondo. It's stolen by Calderon. Ellis left side. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. Will go to the line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
That was such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
A 3-ball. The Mavericks pull it in. Gallenberg's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Calderon. Again, the Mavericks score.
When they pull up from mid-range, more often than not, they bury.
You know, that's not always the number 1 option, but if the defense gives that to you, you got to take it.
Lee outside. Back to Rondo. From beyond the arc. That's good. Rondo's got 35 in the game.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Ellis outside. He knocks down the clutch free throw. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
But despite tying things up, he's still shaking his head, knowing he could have given them the lead.
He kicks to Rondo from the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Ellis draws the double. Marion passes to Calderon. Dishes to Ellis. Green with the block. can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
That one rolling around and rims out.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
And Gallon there with the slam.
And my goodness, that one got him going.
Did it ever? They're on cloud nine.
What an atmosphere here. This is incredible.
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 1. 15 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What's your take, guys?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot out in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot on an offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver that gets you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
Nowitzki. It's in!
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And it's over. It came down to this one play, and the defense has its drive. What a play! So it's an narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game...